The Mimic Octopus is one of the most incredible animals in our oceans. And today, we're going to be telling you 5 incredible octopus facts that will blow your mind. So let's get straight into it. Number 1. There are over 300 species of octopus living in our oceans. We have covered this topic before, but it is worth mentioning again as there really are so many different types of octopus out there. Some are huge and some are tiny. Some are brightly colored and others almost completely see-through. A good example of a very small octopus would be the common octopus, which can only grow up to around 30 centimeters long. These guys are super abundant throughout the Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea, and they can be found at depths of up to 200 meters deep. The common octopus has a massive range across the world, and it also has a massive appetite. They will eat pretty much anything that enters their den and will often turn on each other if they meet in their den. Even though these guys are so common, they still remain somewhat of a mystery, as there are things that we do not know about them, such as how long exactly they can live for. It is estimated that they may live for no longer than 2 years. But as it is so hard to track them in their natural environment, this is just a guess. One thing that we do know is that they have incredible lifespans compared to other cephalopods. Most other squid, shrimp, and cuttlefish rarely live beyond a year. But the common octopus seems to buck this trend. On the other end of the size spectrum, we have the Giant Pacific Octopus. Now this guy can grow absolutely massive. If you want to see a Giant Pacific Octopus in real life, then go to the Pacific coast of North America from Alaska down to Baja California and maybe even further. This is where they are found. They have been known to grow up to 7 meters long and weigh over 200 kilograms. That is larger than a human being, and just imagine getting tangled up in one of those sucker-filled tentacles. It would be hard to free yourself from that. We are unsure just how large these guys can grow to be, as they haven't exactly been around humans for long enough to get accurate records. Also, the Giant Pacific Octopus is very elusive and likes to live in very dark areas of the ocean. So we don't see too many of them. Now on to fact no. 2. All octopus have venom. You may already know this, as you may have heard of the Blue-Ringed Octopus before. They are nicknamed the Blue-Ringed Octopus, but in reality, they are more of a purplish color. Their common name comes from the blue rings that appear when they are agitated. This octopus is very small, only growing up to around 8 centimeters long. But don't let its size fool you. It is one of the most venomous animals in the world. Its venom is extremely potent and can kill a human in as little as 1 hour. Its venom works by attacking your central nervous system and basically paralyzing you. There is no anti-venom for this octopus sting, so your best bet is to get vinegar or lemon juice into the wound as soon as possible after being stung. This will stop the pain receptors from firing and will reduce the swelling. One bite from this tiny octopus could be enough to kill you, so be careful if you ever encounter one. Fact no. 3. Octopuses are incredibly intelligent creatures. They are one of the smartest invertebrates on planet Earth. In experiments, they have shown to be able to solve mazes and remember routes to food. They can navigate mazes with 90% accuracy, which is actually better than dogs. Scientists have worked out that they have the ability to use tools and can recognize themselves in mirrors, and they can plan ahead for the future. For example, if a hungry octopus sees another octopus eating one of its favorite foods, it will plan ahead and steal that food from them. How crazy is that? Another study showed that if you put an octopus in a tank with a lid, it would never give up on trying to escape. Even if it took days, they just kept on trying, pushing, pulling, and twisting that lid. Even if they got exhausted, they would rest, eat some fish, then go back to pushing that lid. Sometimes they would even open the lid and make a dash for freedom, but most of the time they would fail. The amount of determination that must have taken is scary. Octopuses are also really curious and like to investigate new objects that enter their tank. They will approach it from all angles, touch it with all of their tentacles, and basically try to work out what it is. Basically, they are very similar to human toddlers in the way that they explore the world. And they have been described as the most intelligent invertebrate on the planet. This is because of their big brains, and I mean big. Compared to the size of their body, they have bigger brains than any other invertebrate on Earth. For example, the Giant Pacific Octopus has a brain that weighs around 5 grams, which isn't that heavy, but for its size, it is huge. To put this into context, a human brain weighs around 1.3 kilograms, and we are much larger than an octopus. Now on to fact number 4. Octopuses can change color and texture to camouflage into their surroundings. This is pretty obvious, as most people have seen an octopus change color to blend into the coral reef or sandy seafloor. But did you know that they can also change their texture? What do I mean by this? Well, basically, they can change the roughness of their skin. They can make it bumpy or smooth depending on what they need to do. For example, if they want to blend in with a rough surface, then they will raise up all of their papillae, which are tiny little bumps on their skin. Or if they want to blend in with a smooth surface, then they will lay down these papillae. What's really crazy is that they can control each one of these papillae independently of each other. This means that they can create patterns on their skin. They can also use this skill to communicate with each other. For example, sometimes they will raise up all of their papillae and basically cover themselves in bumps. They do this to threaten other octopuses. Sometimes they will do the complete opposite and smooth out their skin. This is when they want to attract a mate. It really is incredible how much control they have over their bodies and how they present themselves to the world. And finally, on to fact number 5. The Mimic Octopus is the greatest master of disguise in our oceans. Not only can this octopus change color and texture to match its surroundings, but it can also copy the way that other animals move. It will observe its prey before attacking them, copying their movements to lure them in. It has also been observed copying the way that seagrass sways in the current, and it will copy the way that a lionfish moves along the seabed. It will even mimic the way that a stonefish sits on the seabed. And you can probably guess what happens next. The fish swims closer to investigate the strange rock, only to realize that it is, in fact, an octopus waiting to be eaten. It has even been documented copying the swimming style of a blue-ringed octopus to ward off predators. As we all know, the blue-ringed octopus is extremely venomous, so other animals steer clear of them. Therefore, the Mimic Octopus uses this to its advantage, copying their swimming style to trick other sea creatures. Basically, it copies the movement of other animals to trick them. This makes it one of the most incredible hunters in our oceans. I mean, imagine if a human could copy the way that other animals move. We could become invisible or really blend in with our surroundings. How awesome would that be? This is why scientists are studying this animal, hoping to one day create robots that can mimic the way that animals move. But now it is time for you to make your voice heard. Comment below which was your favorite octopus fact. Was it the fact that they are one of the most venomous creatures on the planet? The fact that they can change their skin texture, or the fact that they are super intelligent and can plan ahead for the future? Comment below, and don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. And we will see you very soon with another awesome animal video.